Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, May 20th. Excuse me. So happy Sunday, rounding off the end of our weekend into the start of a new week. I am looking forward to uploading the weekly reading for everyone today and looking forward to what the energy is looking like. So let's just jump into today's daily reading. So again, Three of Swords. So again, like I mentioned, this is, a full story that is, in play this week. And I feel like today, or, maybe even yesterday, or maybe even through to tomorrow, it feels like a rounding out or a conclusion of whatever triggers or whatever pain has been going on as of late. And not even just as in like whatever little bit of things have been irritating, but whatever this Three of Swords has been pertaining to, if you've been paying attention to this week's readings, that is what's coming into balance. So I'm not even just seeing it as balance, but seeing it as karmic balance. So, if you've been feeling like underappreciated or not, like your feelings not being respected, I feel like not necessarily that, all of a sudden people will be respecting your feelings, but I get it that you'll have the power within or the love of yourself to be able to be like, well, then I guess that person is just not, for me, if they're not willing to respect me or love me or whatever the case may be in this situation. Also, the three that you can kind of see here, not exactly what that symbol is exactly, but it's, another, three Trinity kind of symbol for me. So it is another leaning towards like the mind, body, and soul coming into balance as well. I'm also seeing, I'll bring these up a little closer. Give me 1 second. Oops, did not mean to completely stop the video, but alright, I'll just have to stitch that. Trying to make this a little bit quick since my son is just up and about and crazy. But so we have this page of coins here also. So what I'm noticing here is they don't have like their eyes open. There's one eye, and it's their third eye that is open, I'm noticing. And so it's like they know, like they're aware of something, some new sense of stability coming. Like they can feel like the earth kind of rumbling, I feel like. That's the feeling I get, especially with like the little volcano with the little smoke coming off of it. And, smoke doesn't just come off of it when it's inactive. Smoke comes off when it's, got, a little bit of fire kind of brewing underneath it. So it gives me a sense of like, you peep the new stability, or maybe even the new sense of emotional stability, because not even the next, but lately I've been noticing the top and bottom cards. So the top card was the Three of Cups, so another three. So I'm thinking of another, of not just coming together, but of actually, of coming together, but of, what's the word? Like integration. That's what I'm thinking of. Integration. I'm also getting a lot of like the lightning here. And not just that, but I believe, the bottom of the deck was also the Fool, the card of Uranus. So a lot of this, again, sponsored by Uranus. And also if you've been feeling, this kind of like static kind of tension, whether it's like a physical, like you feel it in your body, or whether you feel it like in like your emotions, like you can feel like you can cut the tension in the air sometimes, whether it's, around other people, because people have just been kind of on one. Like you can tell if you pay attention to your surroundings, at least myself, like people getting pulled over and like the accidents have been happening. I mean, I live in a pretty accident prone city, but still it's just been kind of off the wall. That was just like a side tangent. But back to this. I'm definitely even seeing this Fool card. Ooh, even with the Six of Cups there. Let me just move that to the side. this is really making me think of you seeing like not just seeing a newness, but also seeing things in a new way. Like your perspective is so much broader. Like you see the bigger picture. You know, that's what I'm getting. Like you see, like you're seeing the bigger picture and you're seeing it in such a new way. It's like almost like low-key opening your third eye. Like you're not that like I feel like if you're watching this, you probably already have like your third eye open or like whatever. But that aside, I feel like this is like you're seeing through or seeing past like an old perspective that you had, and now you're being able to see this heartache or this wound or this backstab that has happened or whatever has happened, whether it's an old wound or it's a new wound. But again, I feel like if this is a new wound, I feel like it's really just a new wound playing an old wound over for you, so you're able to face it in a different way. So I'll just leave it at that. Kind of keep it short and sweet. Thank you so much for supporting and watching and for liking and subscribing and all that. I just really appreciate the support. And oh yeah, follow me on Instagram at Gladiator in Sweats if you feel so called. And I believe that is it for today. So I hope that everyone has a decent Sunday. I hope that everyone does feel at the end of the day some sort of completion or some sort of like conclusion and balancing out of what's come to pass. And I don't even necessarily just see it in a physical way. I also see it again with this, you know, with the bubbles. Every time I see the bubbles, it makes me think this is not necessarily happening in like a physical, like material way. This could be just more of like your mind and your ego. I mean, your heart, like the way you feel is coming into alignment to how you actually think, as well as now you're like just all of it. You're just finally starting to see things the way that you feel like you should have seen it in the first place, maybe. But let me just stop before I keep on rambling. Thank you so much, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow as usual. We'll be uploading the weekly reading sometime today when I get to that. We'll hopefully be getting to that right after this. And yeah, much love to you guys and many blessings. See ya.